Hello guys, this is the continuation of our course series Public Economics and this is Unit 7 Theory of Social Choices. Next is the social states and individual ordering. So in contrast to the theory of consumer choice, where individuals' taste play a significant role, in social choice theory, individuals' value are crucial. So there are two kinds of utility, cardinal and ordinal utility. So we are only considering the orders of individual preferences. We are not going into how deeply they love or hate the other goods compared to X or Y. So we are only considering their orders, not their values. So there are two important axioms. One is property of a binary relation. So we are assuming that there is no case where an individual is not able to define the relation between two goods. Like he is certain that X is either greater than or equal or maybe less than to Y. And the rule of transitivity. If X is preferred over Y and Y is preferred over Z, then it should be the case that X should be preferred over Z. This whole approach is ordinal. We are only dealing with the orders of their preferences. One prefers a bundle over another and not how much, because going into how much will make it a cardinal. So we are only considering it ordinal case. So Arrow's impossibility theorem. So Arrow's impossibility theorem or general possibility theorem, as the Arrow calls it, states that while adhering to mandatory principles of fair voting procedure, where a society has at least two individuals and at least three options. So what Arrow's impossibility theorem says that it is impossible to have a clear social order of preferences from the individual orders of preferences of social states. So like Hicks, Arrow accept the ordinal utility principle and reject interpersonal comparison of social states. So there are three conditions. One is unanimity or weak Pareto efficiency. If every individual's preference is that X is better than Y, then social choice will be X over Y. The second case is no dictatorship. No individual is all powerful. And the third one is the independence of irrelevant alternatives. If there are two cases and in each case individuals' preferences are same, then the outcome of the total social choice should be same from the two alternatives or irrelevant alternatives. So we will understand this Arrow's impossibility theorem using some of the cases. The first case is two individuals and two social states. Suppose A and B, there are two individuals and X and Y, two goods. If A prefers X over Y and B also prefers X over Y, then the social choice will be definitely X over Y. But if B prefers Y over X, in that case, social choice will be X is indifference to Y, because one person is choosing X over Y and the other person is choosing Y over X. So society cannot decide and the result will be X and Y are indifference, they are equally. But we don't have any choice where and X and Y are indifference to each other. Next case is the two individual and three social states. So suppose two individuals A and B, A's preference is X over Y and Y over Z. So using the transitivity rule, X is preferred over Z. And for the case B, Z is preferred over X and X is preferred over Y. So using the transitivity rule, Z is preferred over Y. For both the individual A, X is preferred over Y. And for individual B, X is preferred over Y. So for both the individuals, this case is unanimous. So now comparison between X and Z. So A prefers X over Z and B prefers Z over X. So society choice will be X and Z are indifference, because one person is choosing X over Z and the other is choosing Z over X. Now comparison between Y and Z. So B is choosing Z over Y and A is choosing Y over Z. So the society's choice will be Y and Z are indifference, because one person is choosing Z over Y and the other person is choosing Y over Z. So using the transitivity rule, we concludes that X is equal to Z and Y is equal to Z. That means X is equal to Y. But we have seen earlier that the X is preferred unanimously in both the cases over Y, and we are not getting this result. So this is the impossibility. So the next one is the three individuals and three social states. Suppose there are three individuals A, B and C, and age preferences is like this: X is preferred over Y, Y is preferred over Z, and using transitivity X is preferred over Z. And for B case, Y is preferred over Z and Z is preferred over X, and using transitivity Y is preferred over X. And for C case, Z is preferred over X and X is preferred over Y, and using transitivity Z is preferred over Y. So if we do a pairwise comparison between X and Y, so A prefers X over Y and C prefers X over Y, C prefers X over Y and A prefers X over Y. But in case B, B prefers Y over X, B prefers Y over X. So the majority decision will be X over Y. So next is the comparison Y and Z. A prefers Y over Z and B prefers Y over Z. But in case C, C prefers Z over Y, C prefers Z over Y. So the majority decision will be Y over Z. And in case the comparison between Z and X, in case C, C prefers Z over X, Z over X, and B prefers Z over X, B prefers Z over X. But A prefers X over Z, A prefers X over Z. So majority decision is Z over X. So if we apply the transitivity rule on any of this, then X is preferred over Y and Y is preferred over Z. That means X should be preferred over Z. But we are getting the majority decision that Z is preferred over X. So this is the impossibility where we are not able to achieve a result where the majority decision and law of transitivity applies. So that's it for this video, guys. See you in the next, and post your comment or doubts in the comment section below, and I will love the feedback. Thank you, guys.